everyone, it's Loki Monster here, and Grenwalg has returned to AQ3D, and this year the Grenwalg actually makes his appearance. We have a brand new dungeon, the Grenwalg's Nest, and some big changes to the old Grenwalg crafting. But first, let's check out something else that's new. If we head to the PvP Battle Hall and talk to Fire Marshal Bran, under the new Siege of Souls crafting, we have 2 additional items added. Now both of these items do cost 8,000 marks apiece, and they are level locked until rank 75 in PvP. We have the Fallen War Axe of the Legion and the Winged Great Axe of the Golden Order, and they are gorgeous. Now let's go check out what's new with Grenwalg, starting with where to find Hooper, which is now outside Battleon Gates at the crossroads. Now another change is the egg hunt is gone. Now the old crafting is still available, but there have been some changes. Now to save time, I'm not going to play the original cutscene. Now if you were new to Grenwalg, make sure you watch this so you know the story and what's going on. Now in this shop we have a variety of different colored rabbit ears and tails, as well as the Gunter set with the popular Gunter wings and the original Gunter weapons, which are now all available for chocolate eggs. Now these weapons were originally stat items that you had to level up each one of them and trade them in, so there will be a lot of angry players with superior Grenwalg weapons like me. Thanks, Artix. These items were insanely hard to craft with over 30 hours of grinding, and now you can get them in 30 minutes. That's a smack in the face. Ow. So that was the Gunter set, so let's check out what's new by listening to what Hooper has to say. Hey Hooper, what's up?
Loki Monster. This is it, Loki Monster. This is the year. All my doubters will have to retract their statements to the press, because the Grenwalg is real. How do I know, you ask? Well, just look at what he left for me this morning.
Hooper, that's just a chocolate egg.
Just a chocolate egg? Think again, my friend. Take a whiff of this thing and tell me what you smell.
Okay, fine.
Is that moggleberry juice? Exactly right. And where did the Grenwalg get moggleberry juice to make these eggs? Nobody knows. But if you figure it out, maybe that will lead us to the Grenwalg.
So this year's quest is a hunt for the Grenwalg, but before we check out the quest, let's check out the new Grenwalg Nest shop. Now first off, we have the chocolate Grenwalg eggs, which are the crafting material for all the items, and they're available for 35 DC a piece, so you do have the option to buy these instead of farming. Next we have the Bun Dynasty longbow, and this is like really cool. It's like 2 carrots tied together with carrot arrows on your back, and that's meant to go with this Bun Dynasty armor and set. This is really nice gold and white set, and here's the belt for it. That's quite nice as well. And then we have the feet, and these are really neat. You can actually see the fur on them. And then the gloves, and they have some really nice detail on them. And then we have the bunny head. And this bunny is white. It's a very cutesy looking face. And there's also a helm version of it, which is all gold with tons of detail. It reminds me of a Lindor bunny. And there's a scarf, which is quite pretty. And the shoulders have a lot of detail as well. There's little bunny heads and eggs on them. And then we have the carrot claws. And these are really cool. They're like rabbit paws with carrots for claws. I wish they were dual though. And then with the Berserker Bunny set, we have a dual spear. And this thing's really cool looking. I'm not fond of the colors myself. And the shoulders, those are massive. The head for this set is tan, and it's got some evil looking blue bunny eyes. And there's also a version with a helm. And then we have the gloves. Now, like I said, I'm not really fond of this color. It's very difficult to match this color with anything but other Grenwalg items. And I do love teal, but not with pink. So I actually prefer the other set myself. So let's check out the quest, Catching the Grenwalg. Now the first quest, we have to find out where to get Moggleberry juice. So you want to head to Yulger's Inn, and now you want to just run across here and find these barrels here and click on them. Now I had a hard time, I had to zoom in to click on them. And then you want to head back to see Hooper outside the town gates for your next clue. And this one is a river, and we want to travel to Greengard Forest for it. So once you're in Greengard, just follow your arrow along, and you should be able to see a little bit of a glow here, and you just want to drop down to this rock on this little island here. And then back to Hooper once again for your next clue, and we're going back to Greengard, and this time we're going to head over by the Mamazard. You can see the little glowing light here, and just click on that, and again return to Hooper. And this time is a little piece of cardboard is the clue, so I was going to head straight to the fort, but when I got halfway there I saw the light and realized that it was just outside the entrance to the tree fort. Now back to Hooper once again, and this time we're looking for some colored paper grass. Well, this one's really confusing because there were no arrows, but it's right beside Cooper. Now, if you don't see it, it's because somebody else has clicked on it before you. Just wait a few seconds and you'll be able to click on it. So now that we've found his little critter hole, we're going to need some bait to lure him out. So what do we need? Well, of course, they eat carrots. And where are we going to find carrots? Well, we're going to have to travel to Battleon Square for that. And then we're going to head over here. Oops, the lag bump there. And we're going to talk to Cicero.
Hiya.
Hey, Cicero, I'm hunting for a Grenwalg today. Did you see any around?
A Grenwalg? Well, that sounds fun. I haven't seen one, but something did steal some of my carrots I was growing.
It must have been the Grenwalg. Do you have any more? Hooper and I can use it as bait to catch the Grenwalg.
Normally, I'd ask you to scratch my back before I scratch your back and send you all across lore doing my errands, but today, I'm feeling generous. Sure, take this cake back to Cooper and share it with him.
Okay. How will this help me get carrots?
Just trust me.
So once again, you want to head back to the crossroads of Battleon to see Hooper.
Cicero gave you a cake? How's sharing a cake with me supposed to get us Grenwalg bait?
I'm not exactly sure. He just kind of stared at me and said, trust him. I mean, what's the worst that could have happened? You know, it's not that bad. Oh, what's happening?
Loki Monster, I don't feel so good.
Once the cutscene concludes, you want to travel to past Battleon, but you want to click on the Eat the Cake because it's a different past Battleon than the one we all know on the town portal. Once you arrive, you want to head over to Cercio's Forge. Of course, he'll be there. And just hand that in, and you'll discover that it's not exactly our past Battleon. It's a different past Battleon where Cercio was messing with the time travel in order to create bigger vegetables, which was successful, except for they got a little bit big and too out of control and got rid of all the people. So you're going to have to farm 20 time carrots. And the carrots are located, you can see them all around here. They're really funny looking all around this area. Now they're not actually very hard to kill, and they actually give some really good XP. And this is actually a great place to farm class XP. Now once you hand in those 20, you'll receive a quest to continue your quest with Hooper, who is actually standing right beside Cercio. I almost missed him standing here, so don't miss him because he actually came with you to this new area. So now you can head back to the Battleon Gate area and continue on with the quest. But I'm not going to head back quite yet because there's some other stuff to show you here. Now these carrots all have drops and I will show you them. They are carrot weapons. And if you follow along this path here, you'll come to this spot where you see this arch in front of me. And right here, the Berserker Bunny boss spawns. Now this boss is tough, but with lots of people around, it should be no problem whatsoever. And he drops not only the golden carrot sword, he also drops the golden carrot on the stick, as well as regular carrot versions of these weapons and chocolate eggs. And the rare rotten rabbit head morph. Unless you're lucky with RNG, this may take hours to farm. So now I'm ready to head back to the Babylon Gate area and continue on with the quest. Alright, carrots are placed. Let's see if we can bait the Grunwald out.
Wait, Loki Monster, do you hear that?
The Grunwald appears from its mysterious burrow in all its majesty, just to eat the carrots and quickly scurry away again. Whoa, the Grunwald is real!
I told you, Loki Monster, everyone thought I was crazy. Now go get that Grunwald and get it.
Wait, what? Did you see the size of that thing? So now the quest line is done, it's time to defeat the Grunwald. Now you can enter the dungeon through Hooper, or you can also enter the dungeon by going to your travel menu, looking under Green Guard, and the new Grunwald's Nest. So this is a scaled dungeon, and it locks after 60 seconds. So after 60 seconds, nobody else can enter. So the objective here is to defeat the Grunwald, and you're going to have to chase him down. And this dungeon's absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm not going to get into a lot of the dungeon. It really would be a separate video. It just is very beautifully done. But we have the Grunwald, and we're going to have to stop him in certain areas by setting out traps. Now when you attack the monsters in that, you'll see you get drops like pixie dust. Not like pixie dust, pixie dust. And you can use this pixie dust on the plants that you see around the Grunwald. Now they do like sparkle, so you can see them. And then by clicking on these plants, you're supposed to be able to trap him in this area. But in order to get him to stop in this area, you're going to have to click on what looks like a shadow of a carrot and bait it with a carrot. Now in order to get these carrots, you actually have to use the pixie dust on the carrot plants in order to get a carrot to spawn. And then you simply have to attack and kill the carrots. Now they're just small mobs, they're easy enough to take down, as you can see, and they drop carrot tokens. Now I've seen purple, red, and orange carrot tokens. Now there may be other colors as well. Now these carrot tokens stack to 3 each for each color, so you are limited. So then I ran to catch up with my group, and there's like rock candy and taffy and these little crabby hard candy crabs here. And they all drop the pixie dust, and you do actually use quite a bit. So I defeated my first Grunwald, and that was really fast. And I had no clue what exactly I was doing in the dungeon. And I got 2 eggs for my trouble, and then I stayed a little while and explored the dungeon to figure out what exactly everything does, and stockpile a few carrots so I could run the dungeon again. So I exited the dungeon, and it comes out right beside Hooper, where the hole actually is in the ground. Now there is one last cutscene, but I don't want to spoil it for you, and my voice is just about at it today. I've been up for almost 28 hours, and I need some sleep. So I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!